my channel, or welcome. My name is ASMR River, and today it is Friday, which means a special Friday trigger video for you guys. So I went around my house and I was searching for some really strange objects that when you mostly see them you're like, bruh, what are those? They're my Crocs. But I tested them out and I did some little tapping on them, and guess what? They make great sounds. So today I have an oddly satisfying trigger ASMR video, and I found 5 different objects. So before we get into the video, I'd like to say, snuggle under your covers, go and relax, puff up your pillow, just be calm and relax, and when you're ready, we can go into the video. See you in a few seconds. Okay, so the first ASMR trigger is this really cute music box. And there's actually quite a funny story. Well, not funny, but cute maybe. No, but there is a little background story to this music box. Because I got this box for my birthday, which is already a long time ago. I mean, you could say I'm some kind of elderly person. And no offense to the elderly people out there, but, I'm just like really old already. So I'll let you guys guess my birthday. It's like, how old do you think I am? But, yeah, I got this for my birthday and it's really cute. And it plays this song that I used to fall asleep to. You could sort of say it's my ASMR song. I don't know if that's a thing or anything, but I just use it to fall asleep, You have these days where you're like really down or feel sad and you just need some comfort. I'm sorry. We just need to be a little bit more comfortable and stuff like that. And I just play this song and then I fall asleep. So my mom bought this for me. And I won't say the title of the song because I will leave it up to you guys as well to guess. The title of the song is, however, Carves. In the lids of this little box, but it'll stay secret. So, without any further ado, let's play a little bit of music for you guys. I'll put this here. I don't know if you can see it. No. I'll put this in my hands, I guess. And let's play. So that's really cute. I won't go on for any longer because it's like, as I said, a really loud sound. And I don't want you guys to wake up or anything because of this noise that's all of a sudden in your ears, But I do a little bit of tapping. And as you can see, it has these really nice, drawings, I guess, carved into the box. And on the inside, you can actually see the music box. Oh, and I guess I just spoiled the title. But alright. So, now let's move on to trigger 2. So the first trigger wasn't as crazy maybe, but this trigger, you're like, River, what the actual hell are you bringing into your ASMR video? Well, I'm bringing some toothbrushes. There it is, guys. So, there's also a story behind these toothbrushes, promise you, this is the last thing. I have a story behind the other triggers I literally know nothing about. So these toothbrushes I got for Christmas, and I actually have this exact same one. I have an identical one, which I got for my birthday as well, on my last scouting camp, which was really fun, but that's not the story. And I still use it, only it broke right in the middle, so it's like really difficult. And then my mom saw these and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to buy them for her. So now I have a whole package with 3 different colors. We have a green one, a pink one, and a blue one. Green, pink, blue, blue, pink, green. And the reason I chose them for today's video is because, well, first, obviously, it's a weird trigger, a toothbrush, but also it has these ridges, as you can maybe see. It has some ridges, which I think will make some really great sounds. And also, it's still in the packaging, so I can like tap on it. Here, English, Gues toothbrush, medium. Well, I guess you give these kind of toothbrushes to your guests. Alright. We have green, pink, jongens, stil! We have green. We have green. We have pink. And we have blue. Alright. So I guess that's enough with these crazy toothbrushes. If you're like, I like these, even though they're kind of weird, let me know and I'll use them maybe in the next video. So, this next trigger is like really big, so I will go a bit more to the back. And it's this crazy large rubber duck. I mean, look at this guy. Isn't he just cute? Just like, oh my gosh. It's a really funny thing. And this one you won't be seeing again, because actually a birthday gift for one of my friends. So yeah. But I thought, why not use it? So, shh. If he sees this, then he'll know. But he has some secondary puberty effects called hair. He has this lovely scar. He also has one over here. And he has this rose, so it's real cool dog. And he also has a rose over here. I guess it's a player dog. He's all these little Miss Duckies. Quack quack. Quack quack. Like you can also do some scratching. I don't know if the duck likes this, but maybe you guys will, so who cares about the duck, right? Here, it's a still. You want to say something to them, guys? You want to say something, Ducky? Quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. description paper. And well, yeah, it's Doug. It's a bath duck. You can use it in your bath to, like, I don't know, swim with it or use it for maybe if you like have a little baby. This one was bought at Eddie Toys. Maybe you have one in the neighborhood if you like it. But this was our masculine, cool rubber duck who might never see again. So I'm gonna put it this way. So we already have 3 triggers. Now we only have two left to go. Okay, so the 4th trigger is this really old-fashioned puzzle. And when I say old-fashioned, I don't mean it's a puzzle from 1916. I mean that the puzzle pieces represent these really old objects. So maybe if you're like a little bit older than I am, you might know what these are. Or if you're like an elderly person, a grandpa, grandma, whatever, you might know it. But on this puzzle, we can see a cassette, a very old telephone, a slide projector. These are probably something you could play some pre-recorded tapes with, I don't know. A light bulb, a TV. This is like photos which you made and then they were put on these little, I don't know actually what's it called, on these like papers I guess. A typewriter and the LP. I don't know, maybe people call it a file, I don't know actually, but an LP. And I chose this puzzle because I think it makes some really nice sound, so let's get into the tap. And as you might notice, I keep the puzzle in a sort of angle, because if I put it at a 90-degree angle, the puzzle pieces will fall out. And trust me, I've already had a couple of bloopers with this thing. So we've got a cassette, an old telephone, a slide projector, a light bulb, a pre-recorded tape shower, a TV, some old pictures, a typewriter, and the LP. And I don't know the name of this puzzle piece. And a nice little fact to this puzzle is when you remove one of the puzzle pieces, the puzzle will be solved, as you might see. And a fun fact about the puzzle is that when you remove one of the puzzle pieces, your puzzle will be solved. And what do I mean about that, right? Well, sleep on it. No, just kidding. If you remove a puzzle piece, a little description will appear. So I think it will be very nice if I were to explain what this puzzle piece means. So it says, Philip invented and released the first cassette audio in 1962. Well, isn't that great for the cassette? Next, the old telephone. What do they have to say about that, right? Let's have a look. The telephone was first. I can't even read it, I'm sorry guys. I think I need glasses or something. The telephone was first patented in 1876 by Alexander Graham Bell. Ding dong, Bell. Wow, isn't that great for our Alexander Graham Bell that he got to use the phone for the first time. The next slideshows. Well, nowadays, you just go and watch Netflix with your family, probably, without a slide projector. Which is kind of sad, actually. I think it would be really romantic to watch something by using a slide projector. So, underneath the slide projector, we've got this TV. As you can see, it already fell off a little bit. So it says, more than 48 million TVs are being sold every year. Well, I can tell you something. That number is probably 10 times large right now. So the average American home now has more TVs than people. There are 2.73 TV sets in a typical home and 2.55 people. Wow, isn't that great? I guess that's nowadays as well. Many homes have like more TVs. They have one in the living room. The parents probably have one in their bedroom. Maybe you have a guest room where you have like a TV. Maybe you yourself have a TV in your bedroom. I can tell you that I have the luxury as well of having a TV in my bedroom. And I know that there are people who don't, have that luxury to have like a TV. But many people do. So it is actually true. Only right now the number will have grown a little bit more. So the light bulb. What does that say about the light bulb? I'm sorry if you see the reflection of my light, but my setup is still a little bit sad actually, just using my my desk light too. But I would say this, I have ordered a microphone, so isn't that just great? The light bulb was invented by Thomas Edison. Alrighty, Thomas, you did a pretty great job, I can tell you that. Although some might dispute this and say Joseph Wilson Swan was the first inventor. Oh, so there was a little rivalry between, what were the names again? Thomas Edison and Joseph Wilson Swan. Well, maybe Joseph Wilson Swan invented my rubber duck. Who knows? So next up, we have this. And I'm pretty curious as to what this is because I literally have no idea. Let's read. So in 1971, IBM introduced the first floppy disk. So it's the floppy disk. I know what that is, but in 1998, iMac was the first commercial computer available without a floppy drive. Maybe it's something they use to program their computer, but I honestly, honest to God, I swear to God, I have no idea. So, next, we have our nice projector. What does it say? The first pre-recorded reel-to-reel tapes were introduced in the USA in 1949. The catalog continued last. I'm sorry guys, I really have trouble reading. Contained less than 10 titles with no popular artist. The heyday of pre-recorded reel tapes was in the mid-1960s, alright, so we went from the 1950s to the 1960s. Who knows, maybe we'll even go to the 1970s or the 80s. And another fun fact about me, I love the 80s. You might not see it about me or something like that, but I do. I really like the 80s. So, next. We'll go to the LP. So, this is a really short text, as you can see. So, the LP was introduced in 1948. Well, isn't that just great for 1948 in the LP? And really, no more explanation, just that. So now, the typewriter. The typewriter was invented in the 1960s. Oh, sticking in the 1960s, I guess, and is mechanical or electronical machine for writing in characters. Alright, so it's pretty cool. Like, literally, I love to write a letter with a typewriter someday because I think that could be really funny and really cute. And also, I find it very personal when you receive a letter which is written by hand, and like when it's written on a typewriter, that's pretty awesome, I think. So last but not least is this lovely picture, and I know it's some kind of photo, but I don't know how it's called, so I'm very curious to see what's underneath this cover. Alright, there are around 1 trillion pictures of photographic film in the world. So this probably like are all these little photos which together make up a whole movie, which proves a cover is not the book, or in this case, the villain. Alright, so these were the puzzles, and I'm noticing that I've been talking a lot instead of tapping, so I'll do a little bit more of tapping. Alright, so that was the puzzle, and now we'll go on to the very, very last trigger, and I have 3 different kinds of this trigger, because this last trigger are knitting needles. Yes, you heard me right. I already told you at the beginning of the video, I'm an elderly woman. I knit my own socks. No, that's just a lie. That's actually not true, I don't, but I do know how to knit. And sometimes I actually like it, it's actually really great time passing. Like, if you have nothing to do, I really recommend knitting. But they also make very nice sounds. We'll just begin with the thinnest. Like, these are really thin. They are 3 millimeters in width. But look. I feel like I'm in the orchestra, like telling every musician to do, like the violin. Like, every other instrument there probably is in the orchestra or the opera, I don't know, but we'll go slow, and slowly we'll pick up the pace, and we'll go a little bit, just a little bit faster, a little bit faster. Alright, so now we'll go on to a bit thicker needles, and I have 2 kinds, which are both actually quite the size, so I'll just pick the cooler ones first. I actually really like these because I like the color they have. And you can already hear a difference in sound. Like, this sound has a lot more depth, I guess. I don't know really, but you can hear a difference. This one can also. I think these needles are attached to my face somehow, because every time they go up or down, my face does this really weird thing, or my lip like. Give us a needle applause. yes, these are also really weird, right? Like, who would have guessed a knitting needle to be an ASMR trigger? Well, I can tell you something. I didn't. I just walked up my stairs and saw this nice can full of needles, and I was like, hello, you there. I think I'll be your new stalker. No, just kidding. I do actually recommend the series You on Netflix, Season 1 and Season 2. Season 3 is being recorded right now, and if you are a Victoria Petrelli fan like me, I'd recommend Season 2 and Season 3, but you cannot see that, but alright. I would also recommend the Haunting series, but that's another story. So I don't hope that these were quite loud as well, because like I'm hearing it myself and I actually do think it's quite loud, and I don't want you to wake up, but yes. Alright guys, so these were my 5 oddly satisfying ASMR triggers. I did some talking about that, I tried to do some tapping, but yeah, I do hope you enjoyed it and maybe even fell asleep, which is obviously my goal, but I can't promise you that you will fall asleep, obviously, because I'm not a natural talent. I'm not GB ASMR, for example. Like, she's a goddess, she's like amazing. But yeah, I did want to let you know something, guys, because I ordered my first microphone yesterday. It will arrive between the 24th and the 26th of January, so like that's still a long time, but I'm really excited, and then I will be able to make much better sounds. The tapping will be much more of better quality, and like, for example, now you might hear some sounds in the background because I obviously live with a large family and I can't force them to be quiet, like I can't hostage them, for example. But yeah, so you might hear some background noises, but when I've got the new microphone, I do hope those noises will be gone with the wind and we'll never have to hear them ever again. So yeah, so these were my 5 oddly satisfying triggers. We've got our lovely music box. If you know the title of the song, let me know in the comments. We've got our rich toothbrushes in blue, green and pink. We've got our really muscular and hunky rubber duck, which we'll never see again because I'm giving it to my friend. So if you're watching this, be aware. We've got these lovely old-fashioned puzzles, which even educated us a little bit more into the depths of history, especially the 1950s and 1960s. And we used some knitting needles to make some lovely sounds. They actually did sound a little bit like knives that were going, you know, like when you're sharpening a knife and you use this some kind of product to like sharpen it a little bit more. Like, it did sound a little bit like that. But I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again on Monday. So I will wish you a lovely weekend with nights filled with sleep, and I'll see you again on Monday for a brand new random ASMR Monday video. Alright guys, so good night. I hope you fell asleep.